Hi YouTube, and in this week's video I wanted to talk to you about some new features Informatica have released and made publicly available at the end of last year, so December 2023, specifically for Snowflake. And this is really great to see from a Snowflake perspective, certainly if you're an existing Informatica customer and considering migrating to the cloud from something like Oracle, which is a lot of customers I work with are using Informatica with Oracle and looking to make that move to the cloud even today. Obviously, one of the potential candidates of choice to migrate the Oracle data warehouse into is Snowflake. And to provide a seamless transition and an easier transition path, a lot of those existing Informatica customers tend to look at Informatica amongst other tools, cloud native tools, as part of that approach. Now, the release of these new products, which I'll cover off in a second, from Informatica really just shows that Snowflake now is getting recognized as a major player, where certain technology partners who have been around and established long before Snowflake now are starting to invest in building products specifically for Snowflake. So really great to see, because it enables those customers to really get the most out of Snowflake and not have to kind of find workarounds or potentially move to different technologies because of the shortcomings of some of those tools that were born prior to the advent of the cloud. So in this video, we're going to cover at a high level the 3 new capabilities Informatica has announced. And we're going to take a look under the covers at Informatica Superpipe, what the high-level logical architecture looks like. And in the video description below, I'll also point you towards a recent article by Repo Jane, actually really good, and goes into a lot of detail around how you can implement that. If you want to get into the detail, I encourage you to check that out. So I hope you find this video useful. So let's start with one of the free announcements. Informatica has now got something called Enterprise Data Integrator, which is actually a Snowflake native application. So again, really encouraging to see a major technology partner investing in creating a native app, something I think we'll see as a common trend as we move throughout 2024. This particular application allows customers to leverage Snowflake's data cloud by taking data from Snowflake Data Cloud, using the EDI, so the Enterprise Data Integrator, to orchestrate this for Informatica and Snowflake customers, of course. And it also allows a bi-directional feed to take data not only from the cloud, but also integrate it with other enterprise applications and databases, such as Oracle and SAP. So again, if you're an Oracle or SAP customer and you've had a lot of investment in that over the years, they may be supporting your business critical front-end applications today. Your data and analytics team may want to move into the cloud with something like Snowflake. And Informatica are trying to support its customers by bridging that business critical gap between using Snowflake's data marketplace and more traditional business critical applications in Oracle and SAP. The second feature announced by Informatica at the same time is general availability for Apache Iceberg support on Snowflake, allowing Snowflake customers to load, prepare, and store large analytical data sets into native and external Iceberg tables on Snowflake using no-code data pipelines within Informatica. Now, there's probably lots to say about Iceberg table formats, and certainly it's beyond the time and detail that this video focuses on. So at a very high level and a simplistic view, Apache Iceberg table formats then essentially try to provide a consistent, repeatable format of data that could be spread in your data lake to different applications. So one of those applications can be Snowflake, Informatica is another one, but other AI ML tools may also want to leverage that data amongst other applications within your business environment to make sure everybody tries to use those in the same way. That's the Iceberg table format tries to do that. And it supports other features such as schema evolution and partition evolution to keep that up to date and as flexible as possible. Lots of detail beneath that, but for the purposes of this video, that's as far as I'll cover. So that brings us back to the main focus and topic of this video. It's Informatica Superpipe. What a great name by the Informatica marketing team, Superpipe. It just sounds great from the outset and exciting. Sounds similar to SnowPipe, so easy to get it confused, but Superpipe essentially it allows you to deliver data into Snowflake up to 3.5 times faster, it's claimed, than change data capture or CDC mechanisms. Now, I mentioned the common name between SnowPipe and SuperPipe, and that is not by accident. Of course, Informatica Superpipe leverages Snowflake SnowPipe API behind the scenes to stream data directly into Snowflake on top of Informatica's backbone and infrastructure that it already brings to the table. So some of the benefits it brings other than performance. So it brings unified data ingestion, Informatica claims, and this is from batch all the way through to micro batch to near real-time query use cases within Snowflake. It's allowing you to deliver those multiple use cases using SuperPipe as that one-stop shop for your needs. It also reduces the need for frequent mergers to target tables, therefore keeping costs low and efficiency high. And of course, Informatica brings that intuitive user interface for configuring and managing data ingestion tasks. Okay, so how does it actually look from an architectural perspective? Now, this is a very high-level logical architecture, just to give you a sense of how it all fits together. If you want to know more about it, again, I've got the link to that detailed Medium article that I mentioned earlier in the description for the video. So if you're interested, go and check that out. Let me just walk you through this diagram then. On the left-hand side, we've got our data sources, relational databases, files, event-based messaging from things like IoT sensors, and then SaaS products, Salesforce of the world, etc. Now, within the Informatica Data Management Cloud, it's a group of all these different products. If you're not familiar with Informatica, when they moved it from on-premise to the cloud, they migrated and rewrote and introduced some new products and then wrapped it up in this IDMC banner you've got here with a bunch of other features and capabilities in there, which I won't cover in this video. But if you're interested, there's a wealth of information on the Informatica website you can go and check out. The first piece here, we've got this Cloud Mass Ingestion mode. So CMI, Informatica Cloud Mass Ingestion, it's one of the cloud ingestion services as part of the IDMC, and it allows you to connect to these different and diverse range of data sources and bring them into your data platform of choice. And it automatically captures CDC changes, it handles things like schema evolution and schema drift, and it provides a nice interface where you can step through that, very intuitive to create a replication between your data sources and your target data platform on a replication method that meets your requirements, whether that be in batches, micro batches, or near real time. We've also got the IDMC Secure Agent. Now, basically, this is a executable agent. It runs the data ingestion jobs that we just talked about and provides communication between the IDMC as well as your own kind of firewalls within your organization, so you can connect to sources on-premise within your DMZ or VPN infrastructure and environment. And it provides that layer of security that you can configure. And basically, it's the glue that joins all of the Informatica services together, as I would describe it. Now, in the context of Informatica Superpipe then, Superpipe runs as part of this Cloud Mass Ingestion mode. It hooks into the SnowPipe streaming API and provides a mechanism to do both bulk and incremental or CDC mode loads. It also leverages something in Snowflake called the deferred merge pattern, which I haven't necessarily covered here. It's probably going to be a feature of a subsequent video because it's something I wasn't too familiar with, but it's actually a really good article on the Snowflake Quick Start website, which you can find if you Google it. But I'm probably put together a real-time demo at some stage and go through that on this channel in the near future. Now, as I mentioned earlier, some of the real benefits then of connecting Informatica to some of Snowflake's native out-of-the-box services like the SnowPipe Streaming API is that you get that performance and scalability, and you get the best of both worlds in many respects. So Informatica, as I mentioned, claims is up to 3.5 times faster than other methods of capturing changes. and before you need to push those into your target Snowflake database on the right-hand side of the diagram here. So that's a high level, that's Informatica Superpipe, that's how it works. I hope you found this video useful and informative, and if you did, keep watching, keep subscribing, new videos coming very soon. Hey, it's Adam here, and I just want to jump in real quick and just give you the latest information on the Mastering Snowflake program. It's now in its third year and it's doing really well, and there's more people than ever showing interest and joining the program every single day as we enter the new year of 2024. And this has been designed really for people who are quite experienced working as an IT data professional. Most of the members on the program have between 10 and 15 years experience working with commercial databases. They're very comfortable with SQL and all of the different terminology that goes with data warehousing and running databases at an enterprise scale. And so these people, they might have scratched the surface of Snowflake, it may have intrigued them, they may have no knowledge of Snowflake, but a lot of sort of Teradata, SQL Server, Oracle on-premises experience, and they want to know, crucially, how do they leverage all of that time and money that they've invested to get to the point in their careers they are today and leverage it for the cloud with Snowflake. So I designed the program exactly for those kind of people, because back in 2017, when I first got my hands on Snowflake, I was in a very similar position. I had to learn through trial and error, testing out what worked, testing out what didn't work, and then coming up with a set of recipes that really worked in Snowflake to address common real-world challenges. And so once I had those, I packaged those up and put them into this program. And this program's certainly not about theory. Of course, I introduce what the technology and capabilities of Snowflake does, but crucially, I tell you how you can package up Snowflake's out-of-the-box capabilities to address real-world challenges. I run through with live demos. I provide you with my code, assets and templates to download and use within your own environments, or use as a starting point to customize further. You'll get access to my Everest guide to help solidify some of the knowledge that you're gonna be recipient of during the program as well. So 3 different kind of areas to the program itself. One is the on-demand training portal, available 24/7 with all those downloadable assets on. It's all video content produced by myself, so you know who's delivering that, you know what the learning style is going to be like from watching these kind of YouTube videos. It's going to be direct, it's going to be to the point, and it's going to be enabling you get the maximum value for yourself, your career, and your organizations that you're working for or working with. You'll also, as a member of the program, get access to the private members only LinkedIn group. All our members globally who join the program get access to this. It allows you to ask any questions around the course, around Snowflake. That could range from interview, question and answer guidance through to other tooling, such as Matillion, DBT, Elation, Power BI, you name it. You can ask the question there, and I will help you to the best degree I can. But of course, I don't know everything. The other members then can also join in that conversation and share their own unique set of experiences, because everybody's on this journey together. Further to that, there's a weekly 60-minute group consultancy call, again hosted by myself. You can come in and it's a different vehicle for you to ask questions and get guidance and support. Different vehicle than the LinkedIn group. It provides live real-time feedback. Finally, it's a one-off investment to join the program, but once you're in, you are in for life, and you will not pay a single cent or penny more to get access to all future updates to the program. And the great thing is, we can drop things into the program as and when we see fit, based upon members' feedback or based upon new features and services Snowflake are releasing to the market, which is very frequently, if you don't know, Snowflake release new features every single month to the market. So we'll apply a lens to that and work out what's publicly available to Snowflake customers and what's going to be most impactful for our members to learn. At this point, you may be aware that I've authored a couple of books on Snowflake as well, and so you get the chance to work with me and help build this community out. In the program, we cover 10 modules. Within each module, there are a series of lessons going into real depth in each one, and we get to an advanced level of knowledge. So we try to cover everything possible from a capability perspective within Snowflake. The Snowflake lessons are continually evolving, as I mentioned, as Snowflake grows and evolves as a product as well. And a great example of that is Module 10, developing applications in Snowflake. We've recently added native application demos in there, so you know how actually to package up and create your own native applications. We've also got Streamlit lessons in there where we hook into the OpenAI API and actually query large language models in Snowflake. We also hook into the Snowpark API and work with Snowflake as part of those lessons. So loads of value, loads of great feedback. Here's all the lessons, loads of great feedback from various valued members who are also part of the program, because as I mentioned, once you join, you're in there and you continually get value from that, and it follows you as you and your career grows. Some of the people that joined at the outset 3.5 years ago still have access and still get continual value today. I hope you find that useful. If you want to apply, it's invitation only, and I review all applications personally. So have a look in the link in the video description, and I'd be really pleased to welcome your application to the program.